Hello, everybody. Today I'm with Joniesha. Joniesha, you recently reached out to me on social media and you wanted to share your story. So you invited me here to your sober living home.
Yes.
And what is your story you wanted to share?
Well, hi, I'm Joniesha, and I'm 29 years old. I just turned 29, September 25th. I have two kids, and today I'm here to tell you about what happened to me. Well, what happened to me was I was 24 years old, and I started to use, and I did dates. I did all of that. I was on the streets, homeless, even became homeless in my wheelchair before. But it was a day I was at um, the the Greyhound, and I was supposed to go to California to get my life together with my family, and we missed the bus. And then I saw a friend there, and he was like, "I'm going to get a hotel room. Do you want to come back to the hotel with me, and we can just wait? I'll get a two bed." And I said, "Sure, why not? It's no harm. We can just catch the Greyhound in the morning." So we got the Greyhound, and we got to the hotel room. We bought food and drinks, and around that time when we bought food and drinks, I had went outside to get on the phone and talk to my family, and like kind of lie and tell them that I was still at the Greyhound station, just so they wouldn't know that I was at the hotel partying with that dude. And you know, it just after that happened, I went back in and I drank the drinks that we had, and ate the food that we had, and I kind of got dizzy. And when I was dizzy on the bed, that's all that I remember. And from that, I woke up in the hospital from being in a coma 2 months later. My family told me that they had to amputate my leg because the way that the guy left me and beaten, put cigarettes out on me. He abused me. And so I woke up from the coma, and my family had told me that they had. I woke up. When I woke up, I was like kind of confused because it was been 2 months since I was in the coma. So when my family, I turned around and my dad and everyone was there, and they told me that they had to amputate my leg because of the way that I was left positioned after getting beat and assaulted and all that stuff. Um, my leg was underneath me. The circulation cut off. There was no circulation in my leg, no blood flow. And so it died, and they had to amputate my leg. I also had kidney failure, dialysis, blood transfusions, two heart resuscitations. It almost cost me my life. And my daughter was only 3 months at that time. So um, I got out of the hospital, and you would think that would stop me from using, but the depression just got worse and worse and worse. And so I ended up, my family, they didn't want to see me, hurt myself, you know. So they just like said if I didn't want to get better, that I couldn't stay there. So I ended up on the streets in my wheelchair. And that was a life that is not even thought about, that you don't even want to think about. I had to do dates to survive. I had to take care of other homeless people. I was even pushed and pulled out my wheelchair, robbed for everything that I had. People actually pulled me out of my wheelchair to take my cell phone or my clothes or stuff like that because they see people donating stuff to me because I am a people's person, and they just seen that I had stuff while I was living on the streets, and they would attack me because they knew I was vulnerable. But I decided to go to a group home. I always wanted to quit. But when I got to that group home, it was away from Phoenix, it was away from everyone. It was in Gilbert, and I thought, I was like, yes, this is the chance. I'm going to get clean. And no, things didn't turn out the way I wanted to. I started using again and messing around again, and Then I got put out of that group home. I went to the hospital. I was sick for about a week. And when I got to the hospital, they did my blood sugar and all of that. And they told me something's not right. So I thought I maybe had COVID or something. But when they did the COVID, they did like 3 COVID tests. They came back negative. And then they told me that I had MRSA in my heart. And that's a really bad infection in your heart. And so I was in the hospital for like a month and a half. And the doctor told me that if I did not stop using, I was going to pass away. So I decided right then and there, I'm not going to let that, sorry, I get emotional, but I'm not going to let that take me out, because I'm only 29 years old and my kids need me, and I know how it feels to be without a mother. So ever since then, I've been clean, and I moved to a new group home, and I'm doing classes. I want to be, a motivational speaker. I want to help people and let them know my story. I'm doing physical therapy. I have a prosthetic leg where I'm working on walking, and it feels good. It feels really good to wake up every day and not have to, you know, use to feel better in the morning. It feels good that I could just wake up, brush my teeth, wash my face, drink some coffee, and get my day started. It feels good to know that I don't have to that I have money in my pocket, that I don't have to, spend my money on just one thing, that I can have things, that I can have a phone, that I can have jewelry, that I can have shoes. It feels good that, that I can do the things that I like instead of just being all down and not having anything, because trust me, I was there.
How long have you been sober now?
It's been 8 months, going on 9 months. And I'm not going to say it was easy, because that's what the substance will make you feel like. The withdrawals will make you feel like that it's not easy, but it does get better. And I did it cold turkey, so it does get better. I did it here cold turkey.
And what was the main substance you were using this last time?
I was injection heroin, injection H, the devils, and also injection methamphetamine, and that was really, 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 really bad. That's how I caught MRSA. And people think that when you do the drug, it's not going to happen to you. But like, I literally thought, no, I heard about it, but I didn't think it was going to happen to me. But it did. And I lost a lot behind it. I lost my kids. I lost my husband. I lost my leg. I almost lost my life 3 times. And it's like, when are you going to stop playing Russian roulette? And it's just like, I'm so happy today that I'm able to breathe without that in my life. And my family, they're coming back around. They come take me to dinner or lunch, and we do things. They allow me to come to their house now and see my kids, and everything is coming back on the flip side, on the good side. So I'm very proud of myself. And I want to say to others that you can do it. You can. And if you need any words of encouragement, or if you need anything to lift you up, or, to talk, I could talk to you for hours, or, help you step by step. That's what I want to do. So I'm available. Do I mention social media?
Yeah, where can they reach you out at?
My Facebook is under Nisha, Nisha, and last name Clay, Clay. My Instagram is Nisha Hodges.
How did I come about? Like, did a video just pop up on YouTube, or how did I come in the mix?
Yes, I love watching everything on YouTube. That's just one of my coping skills, is watching videos that encourage me. And I saw your video, and I saw multiple of the videos, and I seen what you did for others, and it made me cry and smile at the same time. And I was like, I want to be a motivational speaker, so here's my chance to reach out to someone to to help me get started, to help people, and like you're helping people already. So I just love that, and I wanted to be a part of it.
I'm glad you reached out to me because this is a very inspiring story. It's a story of survival and overcoming obstacles and near death experiences, because there are several times that you probably should have died.
Yeah.
But here you are, with a new chance at a new life. You're making the most of it. You're almost 9 months sober.
Yeah.
Right? You're doing things you haven't done before, seeing your children, hanging out with family.
Yeah.
And you're just being a better person.
Yeah.
Right? And you did this all cold turkey. That's unheard of, right? Because this is something that's usually very hard to do with professional treatment, let alone by yourself.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show how strong of a person you are. And by you having the courage to share your story, you're going to help out somebody out there. And you definitely have the skill set to be able to continue to help others, right? Your willingness to open up, your willingness to be vulnerable and share your most, your most intimate details about what has occurred to you in your young life, and all because you're trying to help others, to not live that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? Let them learn from you, from your experiences, because I'm sure it wasn't fun. You're crying tears of, remembering when you used to be out there and how hard it is, and it's hard because when I'm out there talking to people, I know exactly what you mean. There's assaults, there's just you name it, it's out there, and it's happening every single day. And you seem like a really lovely person with a really good heart, and it's such a tragedy that you had to experience that side of life. But you know what? Here you are now.
Yeah.
Here you are, and you're making the most of your opportunity to live a better life. And I'm confident that you're gonna come out of this like a whole brand new person, and you should be really proud of your children when they grow up. They'll be proud of you. Your family should be proud of you. And I really like that you're reaching out to the community saying, hey, please reach out to me. Here's my social media. If you guys want to talk, if you guys want words of encouragement, let's have a conversation, because you could be a very educational person out there for somebody out there that's really struggling, right? That needs a friend. They need somebody to lean on the way you did many nights out there, right? Definitely. So I'm really proud of you. I'm excited for your future. I want to stay in contact with you so you can let me know, hey, I haven't talked to you in 3 months. Where are you? What are you doing? Are you still clean? You mentioned you're going to school. What are you going to school for?
I want to become a nurse. My just straight to the RN. That was my dream, and it always has been my dream. So I'm getting that started. I just have to take it step by step, and that's what I'm doing.
So as you go through your journey of sobriety, let us be there. Let us be there at every step. Every accomplishment from here on out. You're going to gain people that are really going to want to hear your story. So again, you're not alone in this. It's you, your kids, your family, and the people that are going to watch this, and they're going to want to be tagging along for the ride, for their journey of where are you, and are you being successful, right? Because you're gonna have a bunch of cheerleaders that push you on. Okay.
Yes, and I'm thankful for that.
Definitely, I'm thankful for you reaching out, having the courage, because a lot of people just want to forget that. They just want to, you know what, I'm gonna forget that. But you want to use it as a platform to help others, and that's not easy, because the first thing people want to do that have gone through traumatic experiences is just shut down, right? It didn't exist. But part of your therapy is talking about that,
right?
Yeah. And so part of your therapy should be to discuss it so that you don't forget, because to stay on that narrow path of sobriety because we don't want you to get triggered and
Yeah.
go back to that.
Yes. And I have been triggered so many times since then, and I am proud to say that like yesterday was the day that the anniversary of my mom's passing, and it was my first time being sober that day. So I have had triggers, and I'm not gonna say it was easy, but I did it. Yeah.
I've heard from a lot of recovering addicts that every day is a struggle sometimes, Every day there's triggers, reminders, triggers, and this, but that's where you got to dig deep for that courage, right?
Yeah, every time I have to get up and get in my wheelchair just to move around is a reminder, it's being the fact that I have so many medical appointments is a reminder, so.
But look at that. Look at you getting into that wheelchair and going to those appointments as you transitioning to your new life, because if not, if you go back to that, your doctor said, right? What do you say? You keep using, your heart's gonna blow up, right? Basically.
Yes.
So
And
we don't want that.
yeah, I'm trying to I want to have a foundation for my kids. I know how it feels to be without a mother. I have so much hurt and pain, and I do not want them to go through that. So I'm going to keep fighting. I will not, there's nothing in this world that can make me go back. I'm just saying that because I feel it in my heart. It's not worth it. It really isn't. It takes so much from you. It actually will put you down, and I don't want that.
I love what I'm hearing. I can see the commitment, the passion in your voice, and I want you to keep staying passionate, because every day is going to be a challenge, right? There's going to be many things. Life isn't easy without drugs, without addiction. Life is hard.
Yeah.
So sometimes we make it harder, but that's where you dig deep and just stay on that narrow path to sobriety and live a better life. And just remember your children. They need a mom.
Yeah.
They need your presence. They need you to be there for them to break the cycle.
Yes.
So
I just want to say one more thing.
Yep.
People think that when you start using it's to block out the pain, but it really is just stalling it, because regardless you're going to have to deal with that pain. And when you stall it out for so long, it becomes way harder at the end. Way harder when you want to get clean, and it takes so much from you. So, just try to deal with it in a different way than using, because look at me, it does get easier.
So I'm gonna say thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for sharing your story. This story will be heard by thousands out there, and you're gonna affect somebody's life out there in a positive way. I guarantee it. So you should be proud of yourself, and let's stay in touch.
Okay.
And I just want to thank you, and I'm extremely proud of you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.